Now, would you look at that? I just published a new video. I mean, technically I didn't yet, but you get what I mean. By the time you're watching this, I did publish it. So, yeah, these past couple of days, I've just been editing videos, as you already know. I didn't really think about what I was going to say on this video as per usual, but yeah, a lot of editing in these past couple of days. Tomorrow's going to be a really fun day since I'm headed out to pick up my camera. I was about to buy a new Sony a6700, but I opted for ZV-10 old one instead. And the reason for it is because I want to start collecting lenses for, you know, with different focal lengths. Now, ZV-10 is a pretty old camera, but it holds a really good picture quality. And I actually used it when I was in Dubai filming a client, and my friend had it. So, and I also have one YouTube video that I'm not sure if it's unlisted or not on my main channel that was recorded with Sony ZV-10. Now, alongside that, I will have to buy a new lens, and I need to pick that up in the store. But I will have a kit lens, and I will have a new lens, which will probably be 11 millimeters, which I can use for vlogs, and I can put the camera right next to me so I can record, you know, some more content and stuff like that. I have a wall that is really close to me, so it doesn't really, you know, mean a lot to me if the background is going to be blurry or not. So I will probably opt in for 11 millimeters, which I can use for vlogs as well. So you guys will see much better quality 4K vlogs as well. Now that I have this laptop, it will not be a huge deal to actually edit that. But the main reason why I'm buying that camera is because I can buy Sony lenses, right? E-mount lenses, and I can collect those, and you know, a few months from now, I will probably sell that camera and buy a new one. It will probably be a6700 or FX30. I don't have problems with buying like APS-C cameras. I'm not a full frame guy at all. I used them before. They weren't mine, but when I was working with YouTubers here locally, they usually had full frame cameras. They're kind of big, bulky, you know, picture quality between those and the APS-C ones are kind of similar as well. Like, you won't notice it, I won't notice it as well, so whatever. It does have that crop in sensor, but whatever. I can live with it. So until I can buy like an FX3, for example, which is a really expensive camera, I will probably opt in for a6700 or FX30. So both of those are about $1,500, which is not so expensive. But to be honest, I'd rather pay a bit less for the camera and invest more into lenses, because lenses I can collect and have them for other cameras that I will buy. But the body, it doesn't, like, as long as it can produce high quality 4K image, that's all I need. I need to buy a light bulb for my light setup here, and I'll probably need to buy a key light so the picture looks a bit better. I know that Sony ZV-10 can produce a fairly similar image to a lot of full frame cameras. So yeah, I don't want to bore you with that type of stuff. But anyways, I'm picking up a new camera tomorrow. It's bargain, to be honest. It will cost me like $500. Yeah, $550 actually. So yeah, I'm gonna pick that up and probably gonna start recording a vlog immediately when I get it. Maybe not, because it comes with a kit lens, so I will probably I can't even record on my phone. So I was actually about to record this video in my car when I was driving towards the city, but when I started recording, it just immediately got shut off. The recording, not the phone. But I still didn't fix the solution between my phone in iCloud, which I should probably put my focus on right now before I go to bed. I just didn't figure out like what is happening here, so I'll need to do that. But on the business side of things, we're still moving. We are waiting for some feedback. I can't talk much about it because it's a strategy that is pretty good. At least that's what we think so. But I can't really talk about that, even though there's like 5 people watching this. It's my mom, who doesn't really understand English that well. It's my friends who are listening to me yap about a lot of shit they don't really care about. But it's probably just they just press record and that's it. They're helping me with watch time essentially. So still, I'm not going to talk about it, at least not just yet. But maybe I will uncover it in the near future. But yeah, I'm pretty tired. To be honest, editing has been amazing on this laptop. I've been using it for the past couple of days now. It's been about 5 days, maybe even 6 days since I bought this laptop. And it's amazing. Like running 4K footage, running After Effects, Photoshop. I can open even more apps. It wouldn't have any problems whatsoever. It has like 32 gigs of RAM. The only issue is that the storage is 512 gigabytes, which is not a lot. So I'm currently using my hard drive, external hard drive for editing, which is a big issue because these things are slow as fuck. But I had my SSD and it doesn't work anymore. So that's something that I need to fix. That's one more thing on my list. And I have a few people that are interested in the camera, actually in body only, which is like, what? Like, I will have a lot of problems with selling this lens then. So I'm probably not going to sell the body without a lens. So yeah, when I sell this, I will basically just pay off a ZV-E10 that I'm buying tomorrow. I thought about buying the Mark II, actually, ZV-E10 Mark II. But again, they're like $1,000, and for half the price, I can buy a similar image. It's a completely different sensor. It's 10-bit color, I know, but it still produces a really, really good high quality 4K image, which I need. So yeah, and both cameras don't have IBIS, which is in-body stabilization, which A6700 has. So yeah, I don't want to talk about cameras too much. Like I'm getting, I'm a bit nerdy when it comes to cameras. I wasn't there for a pretty long time, but now that I have to buy a camera, I just, started learning about a lot of different things. But yeah, soon enough I will upgrade that, have a good fucking setup, and videos will look amazing. I'm kind of procrastinating on content since I can't record on this because of my iCloud, and this just produces a terrible image. It's not bad. Like, this camera is pretty good for photos. It's amazing for photos. It's better than any iPhone or any other smartphone. It's really good camera for taking photos, but for video it's really bad because it's only 1080p, so you can't record in 4K, which for me is a big deal breaker because even though a lot of people don't watch in 4K, like, still when you downgrade to 1080p, image quality is completely different. So yeah, probably, yeah, I don't buy this camera for if you're taking videos. This is a Canon M50 Mark I. It's not Mark II, but yeah, this was supposed to be like a really big. A lot of people were crazy about this camera. I actually got it as a gift, so I didn't spend a penny on it. but it was still pretty useful. I recorded a bunch of content with it, so yeah, that's pretty sick. But yeah, this video was full on talk about the camera and stuff. But another update, which I actually talked about in the car, but you guys can't see that because the footage actually did cut off. But yeah, I'm making a party on New Year for my friends, and it will be. I actually thought it would be kind of easy because that was something that I did before. I was making parties not for my friends, but to actually make some money from it. And it was a really cool business model because I wasn't selling any drinks, or there wasn't any upfront capital required from me. Like the whole business model was set up where like we had a place which we rented, and the owner of that club, he got the money right after the party. So after we collected all the cash from these people, or should I say kids. So yeah, it was a bit illegal from that standpoint because majority of our, if not all of our guests were underage. So that's a big problem that I probably shouldn't talk about. But yeah, I've let it go. It's in the past, and the reason why I quit is because I felt ashamed of myself of what I was doing to the society. Even though back then it was good money, right? But then I wasn't really contributing in any good way whatsoever. But what I'm doing for New Year is basically making a party for people my age, 20, 21, 22, 23, that just want to go out, for a new year. And yeah, the plan is to take care of my friends so that I don't have to pay for drinks or for the ticket, and yeah, get loads of more people and just make a really big fucking party. So that'd be amazing, but like a lot more work has to go into it. I thought about not involving too many people who would be working for that. So, a couple of waiters, people in the bar preparing drinks and all that. But I would actually need a lot more staff for that particular party because we're expecting actually a ton of people. We didn't start promoting it, at least not just yet. But when we do, because it's such a small city and it's such a good market for these types of businesses, whatever, like there will be a lot of people that will actually come, and there will be more parties, but not to the point where we just don't have enough people to actually pay off the rent or other costs that we have basically. But yeah, back to what I did. I mean, back to my parties when I was making them. I didn't add one thing, which was people were basically paying me for tickets only. So when I got cash from them in the in the entry, I basically just collected that in my pockets. And after the party finishes, so after we're done, they basically had their own drinks, right? So nobody sold them any drinks. They bought it in a store right next to the club. There wasn't any store right next to the club, but they literally just bought drinks or took drinks from their parents, who knows. But they basically got in with plastic bags and alcohol inside of it. They put it on the tables, and yeah, that was basically it. They were paying me like $5 per per guest, and it was honestly a really big thing because every Friday I had about like $500 to my name profit. I actually had a business partner. We split the profits in half. all the cost that we had wasn't really big because we had a DJ, we had tables that we needed to pay off. They were like, they weren't actually like, they were like $70, something like that, and we had to pay the business owner, so the guy that actually owned the club, which was about $250. So in total, that little venture was making around like 1,500 per party, which was every Friday. So yeah, kind of, you know, it was fun, but I wouldn't go back. I just wouldn't go back. It was so stressful. I was trying to balance that with my 9 to 5 and with my college or faculty, actually. But I wasn't really focused on that. I had also more, I was testing out different stuff. I tried e-commerce and I tried loads of shit and none of that worked. But, you know, I'm going to talk about that in some other video. Probably not that I was about to say in the next one, but I won't talk about that. It'll probably be in future, you know, because yeah, I don't know. Nobody will probably find it interesting. And if somebody is watching this video till this point, congrats. I mean, what, how is this even fucking interesting? But yeah, I guess that's it. This week is going to be hella good. We have loads of things to do. I have to write scripts tomorrow because I'm picking up the camera and I need to start recording some content for our other YouTube channel. And I need to finalize a script that I've been pushing back for a really long time for my main channel. And once I have that prepared, that video is going to be a starting point of the series that I had in plan. And those will be really high quality videos. So, you know, that camera would help me a ton with that. And I will probably try to get my friend to help me with that video as well. He has the Sony a6700 with him with different lenses. And I'll see if he can help me sort of, because it will be a really high production quality video. So that will be probably once a month. I'll remove all the videos that I currently have. Not ideal, but I want to, you know, start off with a clean slate. And on the other channel, we would start pumping out weekly content for the agency. And we have, you know, something else, which I'm not going to talk about, at least not just yet. So yeah, with that said, it's pretty late. I actually need to plan out what I have for tomorrow. I'm waking up pretty early because I need to drive my dad to his job, and then I'll just, you know, drive towards the city, pick up the camera, and probably gonna see my friends there as well because it's not so close. So yeah, that said, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.